Hello, it's time for another episode of It's Not About You. We've been talking about selflessness and selflessness examples in the Bible. And today I have one for you. Jesus is telling a parable, and he's giving us two examples of selflessness. In the introduction to the parable, Jesus has an exchange with a young lawyer, a young expert in the law. He asks how he can get eternal life. And when Jesus turns the question back to him, asking what is written in the law, the lawyer recites this verse. You shall love the Lord your God with all your heart, and with all your soul, and with all your strength, and with all your mind, and your neighbor as yourself. Jesus says, yeah, that's the right answer. He said the same, love your neighbor as yourself. And that's what it means to be selfless. So Jesus goes on to tell the parable of the Good Samaritan. Because what was the lawyer's question? Who is my neighbor? And I think he wanted a list. Hey, the guy that lives across the street, the guy that lives kitty corner, the guy that stays in the apartment upstairs. He wanted a list of who his neighbors were. And in the parable, he tells him what a good neighbor does. Not who your neighbor is, but what a good neighbor does. See, it flushes out in our lives. You know, this man that had been left to die on the side of the road, he was ignored by a priest and a Levite, two people that worked in the temple. And Samaritans were the last people on earth that Jews expected to help from. This Jew looked down on the Samaritans. They didn't even interact with them. They would walk all the way around Samaria so that they didn't have to interact with him. And the Samaritan jumps in, selflessly pouring into this Jew. Isn't that great? Isn't that what selflessness is about? Taking care of other people no matter what. No matter their background, no matter their history. He didn't ask a whole bunch of questions. He didn't ask where this guy stood as far as the segregation between the Jews and the Samaritans. He just poured in. And that's what we're supposed to do. It's not supposed to be about us. It's about us emulating Jesus Christ to people. And this Samaritan had it right. He poured in without any hope of any return. Matter of fact, he tells the shopkeeper, he tells the innkeeper, I'll pay you whatever it takes to take care of him. You talk about sacrificial. This was a sacrificial act. And that's what God's called us to be, sacrificial, to pour into people. And that's my challenge for you. How is it that you're pouring into people? How is it that you're being selfless with your time, your talents, and your abilities? Not just for your church, but for other people around you. For discipleship, or for It's Not About You. We're talking about selflessness. Thank you for taking the time to watch.